Hey guys, Jeremy again here on Online Broadcast Blueprint with another important thing to think about as you're considering starting your station, or maybe you've already started your station. And that's this. No one cares about your music. No one cares about your awesome playlist. No one cares about, this curated batch of music that is the best music in the world that is going to power your radio station. No one cares. I could end the video right there. So I started my first radio station, classic guitar rock radio, based around the music that I love. The guitar-driven rock of the 60s, 70s, and 80s. I mean, it's hair metal, it's heavy metal, it's hard rock. I love it. I love listening to it. I still love listening. I listen to it all the time. But guess what? That's not the key to being successful. The key to being successful is, well, let me define success. If you just want a station that plays your favorite music, that's great, and then that's success. If you want a station that actually makes money, it's going to be a little tougher doing it that way, unless you hyper localize. This is the third video where I've talked about hyper localization. People don't care about the music you play. My Radio Valley station, the one that I started in Western Montana, it's successful for one reason, and that is because it's hyper localized. So one of the key things you have to do to have a successful station is you have to change the focus from what you think is cool to what you think your listeners will think is cool. And those aren't necessarily the same thing. Now, maybe if you have a niche music station, you have a certain type of music, I'm going to do nothing but progressive rock, man. If you want to do that and you can carve out a niche of folks that listen to that, more power to you. Right? I think that would be a tough row to hoe. But when you've got a hyper localized station, the focus of your station is local. It's the community. It's all about the people. The music is it's secondary. Maybe it's third or fourth down the row of what's most important. Okay? So the first thing is you want to do no harm, right? You don't want to play music that will alienate people. So you don't want to do that. But other than that, if folks are tuning in to your product because it's hyper localized, that's the focus. Don't fixate on your music. They don't care about the music. Okay. So what do I play on my station? I play what I call middle of the road. I don't play any hard rock. That's the stuff I love. Don't get me wrong. I love that stuff. I play what's called adult contemporary, right? I play America. I play the Beatles. I play Dan Fogelberg. I play some John Denver tunes. I play the Carpenters. I play some mellow songs by some classic rock bands. I play Amanda by Boston. I might even play More Than a Feeling. I think that's in there. I play some mellow Foreigner songs, right? It is light rock, adult contemporary. And I throw in the occasional country song. Twice an hour, I play a country song. Okay, very middle of the road. I play music that my 80-year-old dad could listen to, or my, a 30-year-old could listen to. And what I've found, most of my listeners are female. Most of them are probably in their 40s to 70s, right? And so the first rule with music is do no harm. Don't play music that'll scare people away, okay? And what do I mean by that? I mean like obnoxious music. I mean, Creedence Clearwater, everyone likes Creedence Clearwater. I play tons of Creedence Clearwater. The Eagles, okay? There is some music that, regardless of the generation, people like. That's the kind of stuff I want to play, right? Is it generic? Sure, absolutely. It's absolutely generic music. and I'm not ashamed to say that, right? It's middle of the road. And, I'll always have someone reach out to me and say, well, why can't you play some independent artists, some new music, blah, 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 blah. Because people don't want to hear that crap. Okay. Here's one thing I do that's been super successful. Once an hour, I play music from local artists. Okay. So from the very beginning of my station, I put the call out to musicians in the area. Hey, if you've got music, send it to me. We're going to play it on the radio. So that does one of two things. Number one, those people will be listening, right? They're going to be listening to hear their song played on the radio. Number two, you're spotlighting more local people. So you're building your community. And I have to say, I've been amazed. Some local artists in this little backwoods area, some of them are phenomenal. Some of them are terrible, right? I put it all on. Once an hour, I play songs from local artists. That's the most adventurous I get with music. But no, I'm not going to play cutting edge new music from these artists. That's not what I'm about. I'm a community radio station, right? And that's what drives my success. And I don't want to lose sight of that. So I just want to throw that out there. Think about that. Okay. We all have our music or our formats that we think is really cool, and that's great. But I don't think that's the best way if your intention is to have a successful station with a lot of listeners where you can actually make money, right? Now, if you just want to hear your music and maybe a few friends who like that music will listen, there's nothing wrong with that. It depends on what you want. But if you're looking to actually have a going concern as a business, I think a better focus is the hyper localization, which means your music is way down the list in your priorities. Okay. Think about that. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. So leave some comments. We'll see you next time. See ya. Bye-bye.